Hello and welcome to my weekly real estate market update. I hope you're well. It's all about supply and demand in property, right? And right now we have this serious imbalance. I believe it's quite a serious imbalance, and to a point where, in my opinion, our local council and local governments, state governments, even federal governments need to intervene. They need to step in and find more immediate solutions to this problem, because there is a lack of supply, and when we see a low level of supply and a high level of demand, that naturally pushes up prices, and that's what we've seen, right? Prices have risen, and it makes a lot of people happy, but it makes it challenging for a lot of people as well. And to a point where prices are still rising right now, right? They're rising gradually in the property market across Australia, and that's not just for property prices that are for sale, but also for the rental market as well. I think they're up another percentage point over the last month. So rental prices are climbing as well. And it reaches a point where it becomes quite a question of affordability. And for a lot of people, it becomes unaffordable to enter the property market, to buy a property, or unaffordable to find a suitable dwelling to live in. And this is causing a lot more shared accommodations and a lot more backyard dwellings and things like that, which is fine solutions potentially to the supply issue that we're facing. But I think we really need to find some more smart solutions for this epidemic. And I can see around me locally that there are opportunities for this, but I think there's too much red tape, and things have this vision and plan long term, but right now is when we need the action, not in 5 years' time. So looking at the charts this week, and I've written it about in my blog this week, if you want to have a read of it, check it out at martinlutzi.com.au. Last year, population growth in Australia, 635,000 people. There is not enough properties being built to keep up with that rised level of population. And considering that most of that population growth happens in our capital cities and the surrounding urban areas, and Sunshine Coast is included in that. So if you have a look at the chart that Matusik presented this week, and I've put a copy of it in my blog as well, you'll see that in the top 10 areas, they're around our capital cities, including the Sunshine Coast, Gold Coast and Brisbane. Massive levels of population growth. There's not enough going out into the regional areas, and it makes sense because there's not enough opportunities in those regional areas. There is a bit of push from people from our capital cities to those regional areas, and the reason for that push is mainly due to affordability. People are going out there because it's cheaper to buy, it's cheaper to rent. But there's not enough growth opportunities for people to be more attracted to regional areas. So that population growth is really going to continue to happen in our capital city areas. So we need to find solutions for that. Having a look at the residential real estate market at the moment, as of the end of March, it is $10.3 trillion. There is a lot of money in the property market. Now, what I can see happening is that property prices will continue to climb. It'll fluctuate a little bit, but ultimately over a longer period of time, you will see that growth trend continue for the next 12 to 24 months until we get more supply for people, more homes for people to live in. I think that trend's going to continue, but it won't go up in rapid rate increases like we experienced during the COVID pandemic boom, as what we call it, but it'll still climb, and that'll make it unaffordable for a lot of people to both rent and buy. So I think there is a call for action required here. I think we need to get our councils and local governments to take some action to find solutions for this housing problem. Just wanted to share that with you today. Not my typical suburb or market update, I should say, but check out my blog. I have written about it there as well. I'd love your thoughts on this topic of what we can do, because I'm sure many of us have ideal solutions that could help tackle this supply issue of housing in Australia at the moment. Have a great week ahead, and anything we can do to help you, give us a call.